Hey guys, this is Ben Schultz, also known to the music making world as The Fledgling, and welcome to part 5 of 7 in the Deer in the Headlights tutorial series. If you haven't already, please go take a look and listen to parts 1 through 4, or if you're feeling adventurous, crazy, and just a bit weird, you can jump right in right here, right now. We are happy to have you either way. After a hiatus that has been way too long, I'm finally back and proud to present part 5, which is main percussion. And this will tie up the note creation part of our journey. And after this, it's all fun. Because I'm going to go into mixing after this. So this will fill out the content we need, and we'll be ready to go for the next part. So this is a very, very simple and therefore short thing to do. So I'm just going to leave this very open-ended because it's pretty much a no-brainer. So as you can see, I've added another track here, a percussion track, and this is to fill out the second half of our demo here. So I've added some MIDI regions. I haven't put anything in them yet, but I've added them in. And also I'm using a very generic percussion setting on Ultrabeat called I think it's Indie Live Kit or something like that. But this is just for demo purposes. I highly encourage you, however, to go and experiment with your own samples to make sure, and be very, very picky about what you put into your music, because there's only so much EQ and compression can do. And the best thing you can do for your music right now is to be very picky at the beginning, pick your samples with care, and then make them sound extraordinary using those compression and EQ and other fun tools in the mixing stage. So in the light of the do as I say and not as I do scenario, I'm going to just start entering notes here, and I'm going to use the same principle that I've been basing this whole thing off of, and that's hearing the track out. We've gone from hearing a whole song to hearing one instrument, and now we're going to hear just different notes in that same instrument, namely the different drums. So I'm going to pick, on this first pass, I'm going to pick the kick drum and the snare to pay attention to, and then afterwards, in the real world, I'm going to go back and do some more, and pick out a cymbal, for example. But let's jump right in here just to save time, and create a note here, and make the intro like this. Oops. And that's pretty much it. For those of you who are kind of really confused right now about how did he create notes out of thin air, click or drag a box, hold down Option, and just drag. It will copy your entire thing you selected. It's really fast, it's really a lifesaver. So let's take a dive into this section now. I know from experience, because I've listened to this song 1,005 times, that the snare drum is always on the upbeat. So I'm just going to copy these over really, really quickly, just to save time here. Sorry for the drum hits. That needs to be over farther. Why is... Interesting. I need to cut this off here. Alright. So, I'm just going to do this first section and then leave you to it because it's really simple. But this is pretty much it. So, I know from instinct that... because I've listened to this 1,000 times, I know where the kick drum goes. Let's take a listen to this so far. And there you go. And I know the second half is just like this, only with an extra kick at the end. So let's listen to the whole thing. And and then it continues on, and in the real world I encourage you to listen through again, but this is really simple. I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir right now when I say just hear the song out and pick out the different things, and that pretty much will do it. If you do have any questions or have trouble, just keep on listening, and your ear will learn. It'll pick up things over time. It's not an overnight thing, but you can learn it with persistence. In the light of those cooking shows where they pull the finished product out before the product they're making is even ready, I will pull into my project that I've already done and show you what's going on with the percussion. So here's what the finished product looks like, and I will let you go from there. And that's pretty much it. Those are all the notes we need. That's all the sections we need. We have all our tracks finally. This is what the whole thing looks like. And now what we're going to do in the next video, or next two videos I should say, because it can take a while, is mix. Go into mixing. And this is the land where there's no defined right or wrong. It's just what sounds good, and you can do whatever the heck you want to get to that point. So I leave you with this. I hope you have fun. I'll be back in roughly 2 weeks because I'm going on a trip. And well, I'll be back next time with part 6, mixing. So stay tuned. Thanks for bearing with me. And I will see you in roughly 2 weeks.